Michae definitely knows how to recommend a spicy taboo time because that was 5 stars. Hey guys, it's Jessica from Peace Love Books, and today I'm here with the start of a new reading vlog that I'm really excited for. It is the second episode of my Booktube Besties, picking my favorite books, and I labeled it Battle of the Booktube Besties, which booktuber is best at picking my TBR, and I will give them points. Out of the 3 books, they can earn up to 15 points, and so far I have done Tori from Novel Life. She earned 12.5 points, so Tori is so far in the lead because she's the only one I've done. And next up I asked, oh hey, it's Michae, to pick my TBR. Now, Michae and I have super similar tastes when it comes to like dark, taboo, forbidden romances. She loves QB Tyler, I'm obsessed with QB Tyler. We have a lot of the same interests in that sense. She reads some darker things than I do because she loves a couple series that I really don't love, but that's because it's too dark for me. But she sent me the best message. I was like, hey, I'm gonna be doing you next, so give me 3 books to read that you think I will love, and we'll see if you can beat Tori. So the most she can win is 15. So far she's at 0. I have not read a book from her yet, but she chose me 3, and they have all the tropes I love, and I'm so excited. So the first one is actually another author that we both are obsessed with, and that's Michae Smeltzer. She picked Nice Guys Don't Win, which I think when I was looking at it is book 5, if I'm not mistaken, because I don't have this. Oh, I do have Nice Guys Don't Win. Am I lying when I said it was book 5? I thought I only had the first 3 books. Oh, it's book 2. Okay. I don't know why I thought it was book 5. She recommended book 2 in this series, which is great because I already read book 1 and I loved it. And she said it's college, roommates, friends to lovers, coach's daughter. So I'm not super into new adult lately, but I did read the first book in the series last month and I was obsessed with it. So high hopes for this one. I feel like I'm gonna love every single one of these on this list. I'm super excited. Second book is one that I haven't even heard of before, but I think that she compared it to Dark Notes by Pam Godwin. So this is Sin and Discipline by Lily White. It's a piano teacher student, age gap forbidden. She's doing the summer program to earn a scholarship for school in the fall, and he's one of the judges. So very, very forbidden, and I love the fact that it has to do with piano. I'm very excited. Definitely gives me Dark Note vibes. And then the last one is one, I can't remember if I started this one or the other one by this author, but it is Wanting Mr. Kane by Shanora Williams. It's age gap, dad's best friend, and forbidden. So I think I started the Mr. Black book by Shanora Williams, and that one was best friend's dad, and this one is dad's best friend. And we both are obsessed with QB Tyler, and QB Tyler does age gap and like older man a lot. So if Michae loved this one, I think I'm gonna love it. I'm so excited for this video. I have super high hopes for all 3 of these. Now, I do not have any of them on audio, so I am going to be physically reading them probably on Kindle. I do own the first one. I didn't realize that I did have that one. It's behind me. I saw Michae at Polycon, so I got it. I'm also going to see her at the end of this month at the Authors in the Bluegrass signing in Kentucky, and I'm going to buy the other 2 books in this series. But it's perfect timing that I'm on book 2, and Michae picked book 2 for me. But if you guys do not follow Michae yet, please do so. She has such good recommendations. She, like I said, she reads a lot of dark indie romances. So we will see how Michae does in comparison to Tori. Remember, Tori got 12.5 points, and we'll see if Michae can beat her. Hey guys, I have lots of updates for you. It's again that weird time where like it's too dark to use a natural light, but still light enough that my lamp looks weird. So I apologize if that looks weird, but it is Thursday. I'm here with my babies. So yesterday I had to take Darcy to the vet, my precious little beagle. She's 8 now, and she has been slowing down a little bit. She just like abruptly stopped going upstairs and downstairs last week and like getting up and off of things like the couch, her chair back there, and like our beds. She never had a problem with that before. And like I try to pick her up when I can. When she like looks like she wants up somewhere, I'll pick her up, but I know like smaller dogs have a lot of back problems, so I was really concerned because she was also leaning and lifting her right paw up. So we took her to the vet. They think she injured her shoulder somehow, so of her right front paw, and that's why she's acting that way. So we got some anti-inflammatory medication and some pain meds, and she is on them now, and she has been doing a lot better today. She still is like favoring her other leg, but she has been trying to jump up on stuff. But what was so hard was I worked out when I got home from school, and Lily has not had a walk since Saturday. Yes, Miss Lily. Lily needs one. Like, Darcy can go without one. Darcy loves them, but she's not like annoying if she doesn't get a walk. Lily can get a little annoying if she doesn't get a walk. So I told my sister I would bring Darcy downstairs with me while I went on our treadmill and block off the stairs so she wouldn't try to go up them, and she could take Lily. Darcy was so mad. She sat there whining for like 15 minutes and I'm only running for 30 minutes. And so half of my run, I'm like, Darcy, it's okay, as I'm running. She finally quieted down and laid in her dog bed next to me, and then my sister came home about 25 minutes in. It's just so hard because I can't explain to her, like, it's okay. But anyways, that's my puppy drama. I know, you're so good. She's so good. I am loving these two books. Oh my goodness. So I started Sin and Discipline. I'm 25% in. I'm actually now further into my audiobook actually than this one, but I started it and I am so into it. So they meet because he is this famous piano player. He plays for all these really cool bands. He's very quirky in his outfits and stuff, and he's really young. He's like 28. And so he's been invited to be a judge at this like summer program for the school he went to and narrow it down to like the one scholarship winner. And so the heroine is one of the students who was chosen for the scholarship program. She has just graduated high school, I believe. She's 18, and they meet because she tries to mug him because her mother died and her father has dementia. So it's just her and her brother, and this all started when they were really young, so they have to support themselves, and it's really, really hard for them to because she doesn't have a job because she is focusing so much on piano and her brother wants her to focus on piano. So they have to do some really bad things, and I feel really bad. So she tries to mug the hero. He catches her, and then the next day realizes she's in his class, and he is very attracted to her and intrigued by her because he's like, you were trying to mug me, but you're like one of the piano players, and he hurt her hand. And so she did have a hurt hand. And I really like her mentor, who was a friend of her parents. Her parents were both very famous piano players, or like at least successful piano players. So the dynamic is very interesting. I really like the hero. I like these characters. She did have to like try to kind of seduce someone and put herself in a very bad situation in order to like allow one of her friends to mug the guy. And so it's really hard to read in that sense. But I do think Dark Notes by Pam Godwin's definitely a lot darker than this one. The heroine still has to go through some really bad things, but not like as bad as the heroine in that book. So far though, 25% in, there's definite tension between them. I'm loving it. So Michae is like hitting it out of the park already because I also started the Michae Smeltzer. This one I decided to get on audio. I do have the paperback, but to finish this vlog when I want to get it up, I definitely needed an audiobook to listen to, and I can't find the Shanora Williams on audio, so I think my library has like all of her books of this one. And so I downloaded the Michae Smeltzer on KU and then got the Whisper Sync audio for $7.50, and it's so good because I listened to book one on audio. I love these. They remind me so much of the Rusk University series by Cora Carmack, throwing it back to like 2015. And this one, I thought that he was a football player, but he's a basketball player, and she is a basketball coach's daughter, but she has like sworn off basketball players and really men in general. So her fiance cheated on her. She's a senior in college, so she's transferred schools to where her dad works because that's the only place that would take her so late because of like her connection, and they didn't have a room for her, so she has to room with someone, and she's like getting really angry at the lady that they don't have a room for her when she thought they did. And the guy behind her was like, hey, awesome, I just screwed my best friend out of a room because of the situation. He's like, he needs a roommate, you can be it. So that she rooms with our hero, Cole? I don't think it's Mason, I think it's Cole. Cole was from the first book where he was like the good guy and his best friend was like the bully to the girl, and the girl fell for the bully, and he's like, of course, nice guys don't win. And I really liked his character, but it's a friends to lovers, and it's so cute. They just like spend time together, and it's so cute, but she doesn't know. I think he's just about to find out that he is roommates with the coach's daughter. Like, they do not know. I think she was drunk when she learned that he was a basketball player and then like kind of forgot about it. So it's gonna be good. But she's sworn off basketball players because her dad got a divorce from her mom, and they had gotten pregnant when they were in college, I think, and then decided to try it out, and then it didn't work, so they divorced. And she's always like, then like felt like basketball players were all like players, and she didn't want someone like her dad. But she is opening up to her dad more, which is nice, and her dad's family, and it's so good so far. It's like a really cute sports romance. So I'm really enjoying it. I'm probably gonna finish it tomorrow. I do have to go to Cincinnati on Saturday to see Elena Armas at her signing, and then I'll see Sam from Sam Reads a Little. We're gonna meet in Cincinnati and hang out, so that's really exciting. And yeah, my plan is to finish the Macaulay's tomorrow, and I'm hopefully gonna finish Sin and Discipline tomorrow, so this weekend I can read the Shanora Williams and be finished with this vlog. I have super high hopes for this. I think Michae is gonna be #1 after this because the two I'm reading, I'm obsessed with. I'm a little nervous about Shanora Williams with that one because it is a very older man, and sometimes those don't always work for me, but we'll see. I think it's like Dad's Best Friend or something. But I'm excited, and tomorrow's Friday, finally. So yeah, I will chat with you guys later. Hey guys, so it is actually Saturday. Yesterday was a very busy day for me. I had school all day. I came home, filmed 2 over 20-minute videos, and then sewed a bunch of sleeves to my Etsy shop, and then it was 8 o'clock by the time I was done with everything, so it was a pretty busy day. I had to film because I'm going to Cincinnati today, which I'm very excited about. I'm going to see Elena Armas at Joseph Beth Booksellers and meeting Sam from Sam Reads a Little. I'll probably show you a couple clips while I'm there. I'm super excited to spend the day with Sam. We're going down a little early and just hanging around Cincinnati together, so that should be fun. So yesterday I finished my audiobook for Nice Guys Don't Win, and I'm giving it 4.5 stars. So I really did enjoy it, but I think the ending was a little too not angsty enough for me. It's like they finally decided they were together, and then it was just like the rest of the book of them just being together, and I was like, I need a little bit more conflict going on. I don't need a third act breakup, but I need some sort of conflict. Because it was forbidden, I expected a little bit more forbiddenness to it, but like nobody cared that he was dating the coach's daughter. Like her dad was cool with it. Like everybody was fine with her being the coach's daughter, and I wanted a little bit more forbidden taboo-ness to it. It was just like super sweet, and it just continued to be super sweet for the entire book. I loved it. I loved the hero and how sweet he was. Like at one point she even got her period, and he's like, I have 4 sisters, like tell me what you need and I'll go to the store and get it for you. So it was so cute. I really loved him as a character. It's definitely friends to lovers, such a good roommate romance, but I wanted a little bit more angst. So 4.5 stars overall. I just am super excited to read more of this series. I love the whole roommates aspect. Their friend Teddy was hilarious. I don't know if I'll love a book about him though, because he's not that serious of a person. They call him like a golden retriever, and like he called them mom and dad. He was super funny, but I'm interested to see if he acts like more serious. I don't know. We'll see. I'm a little hesitant, but I did not get to read as much of Sin and Discipline as I wanted to last night. I'm only 50% into it still, so I'll still continue working on that. I am going to my parents' house tomorrow because they are going to visit my brother tomorrow, and so I was like, I'm not waking up early tomorrow because I'm going to get home at like midnight tonight because the signing starts at 8 and it's a 2-hour drive. So she's going to talk for a little bit and then do the signing. So I'm not. So I told them I would come over in the morning to watch their dogs. So that's what my sister and I are gonna do. But tomorrow I'm gonna read as much as I can, and I have to edit my 2 videos, but that's really all I have to do. So I can't wait to go to some bookstores with Sam though. I'll show you the bookstores and see what I get, but that's all I have so far. So far Michae is sitting at 4.5, which is a really strong start. Like she's only lost half a point so far. That is so good. I'm gonna see if Audible has the Shanora Williams book, because my library has every book but the first one. It has 2, 3, and 3.5, but it does not have book 1 in the series, which is very annoying. So I might try out the audio just so I can get through this vlog, but we will see. I'll talk to you guys later. wow, my hair looks amazing. It just sticks up when I put them in a clip. It doesn't know what it wants to do. But I am surrounded by puppies. They're so cute. I am going live at 7 with my members. Oh, I was watching YouTube behind me. But I'm going live in about 15 minutes, so I'm gonna have to get prepared upstairs. But I have an update for you. I finally finished another book. I finished it in Discipline. My parents went up to Cleveland, so I was at their house pet sitting. I slept in just a little bit until 7:30. I did get home at about 11 last night, and then what I always end up doing is sitting on my phone before bed, and I need to stop because I'm so busy during the day that's my catch-up time, and I stay up way too late and then I'm exhausted in the morning. I just need to stop. It's a very bad cycle I've gotten into this year. I never used to do this, and now I will not go to bed until like 10:30, 10:45 and wake up at 5:30 every morning normally during the school year, during the school day. I need to stop because I'm exhausted. So I feel like I complain about sleep a lot, but like I need full 8 hours. And I know that about myself. So I don't drink coffee or anything. My caffeine is Diet Coke at lunch. So anyways, I finished it in Discipline because I was at my parents' house, and I'm giving it, I don't know if I want to give it 4 or 4.5. Let me talk it out with you first. So I loved their connection and how angsty it was, but I feel like, okay, I feel I'm gonna give it 4. I wanted a little bit more from the heroine and her character, and like a little bit more about her as a person, her likes and dislikes, like things like that. She just felt very single-minded, like she just wants piano, and I think that's okay because she was really dedicated to piano, but I would have liked a little bit more just about her. Like, did she have any friends? Like, I don't think they even mentioned friends. I feel like I didn't know enough about her past except for like her trauma. It would have been nice to know a little bit more about her, but there was a scene in there that like broke me when the hero played something on the piano for a certain person for a certain situation, and I was like, oh my gosh. But there was something else at the end where there's not enough consequences for them being together, and I feel like the pacing at the end was a little too fast. So she is like his student in his class, and like it was very slow progress throughout it because they were slowly cutting people from the scholarship program until she was in the final 2, and then like the ending, the last like 20%, tons of stuff happened, and I was just like, I would have liked a little bit more of a balance in the story. And there was a character that was angry about something with a different character, but then it came out that it was about a different character, and that character didn't get angry. I'm trying to be vague as possible, but I was like, you're seeming a little bit calm here when you were like flipping out like 2 chapters ago. So I would have liked a little bit more repercussions of their relationship, and the ending was just too quick. Like there was something that I was glad that happened, but it just resolved itself way too quickly within the page span because not a lot of time was spent on it. So the ending just needed a little bit more work and a little bit more fleshed out. So I'm giving it 4 stars. So I really, really liked it. I don't know if I liked it better than Dark Notes. I'd have to reread Dark Notes because I haven't read that in a long time, but very good. Very excited that I read it. But I had so much fun with Sam yesterday. I have a couple clips that I showed you. We went to a bunch of bookstores, and some of them were duds. I was really excited because a lot of them were used bookstores, but their romance sections were not the best. The one used bookstore we went to had a really good thriller section though. It was like a library's used bookstore, so that was really cool. And then Elena Armas' signing was really fun. An author, it was Carrie Ray. I actually found her book. I got it from Berkeley, and I didn't realize that she was the author that was gonna be there. And she's from Columbus, and in the acknowledgements in here, she like talks about the Columbus Zoo, which I worked there for 2 summers during college and winters. So I was like a seasonal employee when I wasn't at school, and that's really cool. So no, I really, really, really want to read this. The interview was a lot of fun. They were really funny, and they talked for like an hour, which I really loved, because the Allie Hazelwood interview I went and saw 2 weeks ago was like 20 minutes. So it was a lot of fun watching it. And then Elena recognized me, which is super sweet. I loved seeing her, and I'm excited to read The American Roommate Experiment, which I haven't yet, but it was a long day. I got there at 1 and then left at 9. So I was gone from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. So it was a pretty long day, but we got Skyline for lunch and got UDF milkshakes, and it was just a lot of fun. I was happy to hang out with Sam for a little bit because I don't get to see her that often, and I hopefully will see her though in 2 weeks in Kentucky. We'll see. The plans are still up in the air, so we will see. But I gotta go get set up for my live show, and I did make some graphics though for an exciting read along that me and my friends are doing after our Wolf Hotel read along, so keep an eye out for that. I've been doing too much work. I'm supposed to be reading, but I keep on like wanting to do other things. So, but I'm excited about this. And I will start my last book, Wanting Mr. Kane, during sprints tonight. So we'll see how that goes. Michae definitely knows how to recommend a spicy taboo time because that was 5 stars. I haven't talked to you since before I even started Wanting Mr. Kane. I'm done. It is 7 o'clock the next day. So I literally started at 7 o'clock yesterday. I read it in 24 hours. This book was so good. And the ending, I literally just messaged her and I was like, what did you just make me read? Because this is Dad's best friend and it's obviously taboo because it's her dad's best friend and he has been best friends with him for a long time, since she was like 9. The heroine's dad, Candy's dad, helped out the hero Kane with something, a domestic dispute thing that happened at his home, because Candy's dad's a police officer, and there are like trigger warnings in here, especially for like racism and stuff, because her dad is black and he ends up getting into a dispute and getting shot and ends up in the hospital. So definitely know that, because they talk about the whole situation and like her dad's own background too. We don't get a lot about Kane's background. We just know that he grew up in an abusive household, and I feel like that's going to come in the later books. Like I'm already like, I need to read book 2 now, because we had a couple things dropped at the end of this book about Kane that Candy doesn't know and someone else knows, and a little bomb was dropped about a certain character, and I'm just like, what the heck is going to happen now? And I really felt the deep connection between Kane and Candy. Normally with this kind of book I get a little wary, because like with Torn by Carrie and Cole, I'm always going to compare it to that one, because I didn't love that one, because he basically helped raise her and I felt like she was really immature, and I hated the fact that he had like helped raise her. This one, I don't know, maybe I'll feel different if I reread it, because I read it a while ago, but this one I felt like he explicitly said he like never had any romantic feelings for her until she was 18, when she started like putting the moves on him, and she felt really mature for her age. She had some experience already with boys, so it wasn't like, oh my gosh, like I have no idea what I'm doing, and like making her feel like young to me. And she also like has always been in love with him, and she's like, I don't understand, like she's mad about it kind of. She's like, I don't understand why you're the one I'm in love with, and like he feels the same way too. They're like trying so hard to fight what they feel for each other that it just kind of feels inevitable though, because it's like I can't control this love I feel for you, and it felt very deep, a deep connection between them, which is why I ended up really loving it. They both are like, this is so annoying, like I wish I could like be with someone else, like normal in society's eyes, but like they were so just connected to one another. And talk about a steamy time, it was really good. It's the summer before she goes to college. I do want to say it's a little frustrating because she is going to college for softball to I think Notre Dame or something, and it does not mention it. She mentions it like once, and she has like a full ride 1-year scholarship, but she doesn't talk about practice. She doesn't talk about being like on a tournament team or anything. And now I played softball all through high school. I didn't play in college, but I'm pretty sure you don't just like take a 3-month break from your sport before going to college for it. Like you should be training. Like you can't just take 3 months off. It was just, that was like a little detail about it, because I played softball through high school and I had a couple friends go for college, and it was just like, you're not even talking about training or anything. She's like, oh, I leave in like a couple days to go to school, but it's like, I know softball is a spring sport, but you play all year round. So yeah, I don't know. I was like, when are you going to talk about this? Because you said you got a full ride. And I would have been like, because I was a softball player, I'm like, tell me more, like what position and like all these other things. But like obviously it doesn't matter, but I was just a little intrigued by that. But definitely very good. I feel like it kind of reminded me of Love Unexpected by Kiwi Tyler, because they do go off to like his cabin together to really dive into their feelings and what's happening between them, and that we kind of had that kind of scene in Love Unexpected where the two of them alone, things really blossomed between them and they were able to explore that connection they had. But I love how they could not keep their hands off each other. They went on a family vacation together, and Kane brought his girlfriend, so there is cheating in here. It's very messy. Like Kane has a girlfriend through part of it who he's like not super into, but he's like keeping around because he feels like he has to, because he doesn't want to have a thing with Candy. And it was messy and amazing, and I love it. And this is like exactly the same thing that Michae and I have in common, is this need for that kind of romance, because I know Michae loves Kiwi Tyler, and this definitely gave me Kiwi Tyler vibes. It was so good. Taboo, age gap, hot, everything I loved. Crazy ending. It doesn't end on a cliffhanger. There's no HEA at the end of the first book. I'm assuming they're gonna end up together though, so at least my library has the audio of 2 and 3, so I can definitely read that. But Michae ended up with what, 4, 4.5, and 5 stars, so that's 13.5. I believe Michae is winning. I think, let me double check what Tori had. So Michae has beat Tori by 1 point. So out of 15, Michae scored a 13.5. So Michae has gotten the #1 spot, and Tori is super close behind though. Tori is at 12.5. So I love that Michae did so well in this video. Like not below a 4 star. she had one of my favorite authors and more taboo goodness. And Sin and Discipline I'm excited I read because I still really enjoyed that one, even though I was a little bit nitpicky with the pacing of that one. But overall, good job, Michae, setting the bar high for the next person who I've already told I'm gonna ask her soon for her picks for me. So I had so much fun doing this video. I love how both of the people picked books that were so representative of what they love, and so obviously we get some taboo goodness out of Michae. But thank you, Michae, for giving me these recommendations. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you read these and what your thoughts were, and who else you'd like me to see do this video for. And that's all I have. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a good day.